Aloha, this is Jacqueline O'Shea, and in this video we're going to be talking about the 11th aspect of the goddess Tare. This Tare is the distributor of wealth. I'll read the traditional commentary from the Tibetan into English. Tare, a treasure of wealth, a thundercloud raining jewels. Praise her who commands the protectors of the worlds. Through her inner power she summons them all. With wrathful frown she thunders the syllable hung. Savior of the poor, she's the giver of wealth. She summons the 10 directional guardians, protectors of the north, the south, the east, the west. She summons the directional guardians of the northwest, the northeast, the southwest, the southeast, above and below. She directs them to accomplish their divine, magical activities. She ensures proper rainfall so that there will be a generous food supply. Using the sound of hung in a powerful, commanding way, she demands that wealth be shared. She attends to those who are afflicted by misfortune or suffering. She helps the poor to find sustenance. She is the great enricher and offers the greatest wealth, an understanding of the path of the Dharma. So this concept of the divine feminine embodiment of the goddess Tare as the distributor of wealth in right relationship with the earth and all of the elemental spirits and directional guardians who provide rainfall and the balance needed to generate sustenance and food and crops and a harvest and abundance for humanity. There's this sense of sharing within the collective, of distributing the excess gain of what you have an abundance of not letting the poor go hungry, but redistributing the wealth. Even in modern society, it can feel scary at times to not feel supported when we're not in this state of higher consciousness and abundance flowing through us. There can be times of need and asking for help, and it's important to be aware of the right relationship and flow of both of these energies, of being willing to receive when you need the abundance and being willing to give when you have the abundance to give. And remembering that in a Masonic culture and society such as America, there are structures and systems set up in place so that even the poor don't need to go hungry or homeless if they're willing to ask for help and work with the different governmental structures in place, such as HUD and food stamps, and remembering that with the modern treasury system and the way that money is created through the Federal Reserve, that there's no real currency catch. It's not stabilized by a gold standard. There's just an excess printing of an unlimited supply of cash flow that, yes, gets regulated by Congress in terms of a debt deficit, but there's no real fundamental lack of supply in a cash distribution system such as the American society, which is the base currency for much of the world. So coming from this perspective of an unlimited supply of currency that can flow and help to redistribute resources from those in abundance to those in need, and to helping to support that resource flow, we can shift into a state of conscious awareness where we're not so afraid and holding on to the limited supply that we have, but rather seeing the cyclical chain of, such as the energy of the earth comes up and grows as food, and say the fruit from a tree falls and drops and decays back into the earth and goes back into the soil and then nourishes the tree and reemerges as food, much the same as the water cycle flows up, transpires from the earth with heat, comes up, forms clouds of rain, falls back into the ocean, the rivers, the lakes, the streams, and comes back up with heat again, creating this cyclical flow. It is much the same with money and wealth within our culture, this flow of money through the system, this creation of wealth that flows through the top social structures and back down, this gain that's redistributed through charity and social programs and giving back through the collective that then feeds up and trickles through the population and flows back down, and just recognizing this continual flow of wealth and money and cash that is in harmony and peace with the environment, very similar to the flow of energy and water and nutrients through the earth, and shifting our consciousness to release any densities associated with wealth and distortion in our culture, and holding a safe space for enlightened wealth consciousness, where those who have it distribute and share it freely to those in need, helping that cyclical flow of exchange to create this fundamental sense of equality for all beings. And we'll recite some of the Tare mantra with our japa meditation practice, with the intention and motivation to help with this redistribution of wealth in modern culture, that all beings' needs be met from a state of higher consciousness and sharing and abundance. So, sitting tall with a straight spine, bringing the eyes to a comfortable gaze, sitting in a relaxed posture. Meditate with the mantra Tare, Tutare, Tare, Soha, sharing the wisdom and abundance of the knowledge and the Dharma that we have gathered with others, and passing on this wisdom to those that can help carry it forward to help others. Tare, Tutare, Ture, Soha, taking refuge with the Buddha, the Dharma, the Sangha, the Supreme Assembly, taking refuge with all of the Dakas and Dakinis, the protectors and defenders of the Dharma, all those who possess the eye of transcending awareness. In God we trust. Tare, Tutare, Ture, Soha. 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 Tara, Tutara, Ture, Soha. Tare, Tutare, Ture, Soha. Inhaling deep, exhaling, feeling in this present moment awareness how we can be more giving with the wealth that we do have, redistributing it to those in need, those aspects of our own consciousness and self embodied in others, and also tuning into how we can receive the wealth that is trying to flow to us through the support of our connections and community, and how we may be blocking that flow of wealth, opening to this cycle of giving and receiving and distribution for the highest good and higher consciousness of all beings in all the different ways that wealth manifests. Dedicating the merit of our practice to all sentient beings, all those in need, all those in suffering. May they receive support and the distribution of wealth for all of their material needs, and for them to attain states of higher consciousness through wisdom teachings.